Look at the lazy Ned, lagging behind the monkey. Neds are mostly silly and stupid people, and probably can't even read this. Normal. Silly. Neds can be found walking around in large groups, hanging about outside shops, and delivering packages to their drug lords. Here we have a gaggle of Nedlings, plotting their next mischief. In the world of the Ned, smoking is mandatory by the age of 7, and young mothers can be seen everywhere. Some Neds have gone on to become public icons. Famous Neds include Liam Gallagher, Vinnie Jones, and Cliff Richard. Neds enjoy driving around in cheap cars with expensive wheels. At night, the city streets are plagued with gangs of Neds wearing acid-coloured pulling shirts, looking for fights.
During this crucial confrontation, a new matriarch emerges and leads the Southern clan into battle.
What are you doing? I'm filming it.
By day, the streets are terrorised by specially modified wheeled Neds and cheeky young scamps, but the police are never far behind. In the time it took this old woman to walk out of her shop, there were 6 Ned-related crimes in a 1-mile radius. So proof, if proof be need be, that Ned-related crime is on the increase.
I mean, there's a common misconception in our society that Ned is a sort of social disease. It's a social status. But in fact, it's got nothing to do with sociological issues at all. It's a natural way. I mean, a Ned can't be a human, just as a duck can't help being a little fluffy thing. I mean, you can't train a duck to be a horse, can you?
Professor Malchus Jewell is a leading mind in the field of Nedology. His groundbreaking work in this fledgling social science has enhanced its credibility, ensuring its growth as a respected field of study. His first book, Neds Have Feelings Too, has received mixed reactions from the academic community. Few have hailed it as a classic, and many have criticised its simplistic and ill-researched content.
Many different terms for the Ned. I mean, you have the purely scientific one of a Ned erectus. You then have the one that was coined by Socrates in ancient Greece, which is a bigoted ignoramus to the Maximus. That goes on to more modern phrases like rabs, tams, kevs, chavs, toonsers, casuals, street monkeys.
Renowned physicist Professor Stephen Hawking has also lent his considerable academic bulk to the subject of Nedology.
I believe every species on the planet has a right to exist and possesses a natural purpose to maintain equilibrium in the natural order. However, there is one exception. I have always found the Ned erectus to be entirely without purpose and quite without charm, not just from a scientific perspective but also on a personal level. Neds are a menace, and must be shot. Stamp out the Neds. Kill all the Neds. I fucking hate Neds.
Well, what actually started you off?
From the track to the track.
Folk legend and possessor of large hair, Bob Dylan, documented his hatred for Neds with his 1966 #1 smash hit, Fucking Monkey.
So
not everyone feels the same way about Neds.
I like Neds. Neds are good.
Yeah, I've been studying Ned terminology for a few years now, and if you watch daytime programs with the likes of Trisha, you will notice that their speech consists of these key phrases. One is what you see is what you get. Second one is like it or lump it. Another one is I am what I am. Even the more poetic stop sharing, start caring is one used in all these mad relationship brawls on telly. But without a doubt, the most overused and king of Ned phrases has to be at the end of the day.
At the end of the tail, at the end of the tail, at the end of the tail, at the end of the tail. You've got to stop sharing and start caring. At the end of the tail, at the end of the tail. Personal preference at the end of the day. At the end of the day, people.
I just can't quite understand, you know, the young people.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at, Connor? I don't see you looking at me. Why is Gary? What are you looking at, Connor? Aye. Hammer. I'm a fucking hard man. That cuts in. What are you looking at? Look at my pipe.
No.
Dr. Kate Reardon is an oratory therapist who has been working to help Barrington Wright II, a bona fide Ned.
Okay, Barry, now we're going to try some sentences, okay? I went out last Friday and bought a car.
I went last Friday, Ken. Stole a motor.
Right, I'm sorry to have to go on about this, but can you please just sit up straight? Sit up, come on. Right, that's better. And we'll try another little counting exercise, just to remember sequences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 34.
Next week, I will see my friends.
Next week I'm planning my pals, getting into Sheffield, Gatecrasher, Ken. Pals, women, Ken. Judge Jules is ace, Ken. Sasha, Ken.
I must catch my bus.
I have to catch that fucking bus.
I will not steal any cars, Mr. Policeman.
I never stole that car, Mr. Policeman. That's easy, Ken, because I'm usually saying that half the time, Ken. Because I get suspected for it. I don't know why, Ken. I mean, I'm not a dodgy cunt, like, Ken. Yeah, I mean, I haven't fiddled with balance. I haven't burnt a cat for a few years, Ken. That was your fireworks, Ken. We were balance.
You must listen to what I say, then repeat what I say.
You must listen to what I say, and then repeat what I say.
How about, pleased to meet you, my name is Barry.
Felt like I'm the buzzer, Ken.
Pleased to meet you, my name is Barry.
Felt like I'm the buzzer.
Okay, Barry, now we're going to do the card game. And if you remember, what I want you to do is say the first word that comes into your head.
Football. TV. That's PlayStation. Cunt. Tits. Elephant.
Well, I mean, you know, the masculinity of the Ned is immense. I mean, they operate on an entirely different hormonal level. I mean, you know, even the women tend to be far more masculine than normal man. I mean, you can see a lot of them have very thick facial hair, distinctive thick eyebrows, you know, very big, large, bulbous neck, broad shoulders. You know, very, very masculine species, yes.
Have you ever heard of a case of gayness among Neds?
Gayness? Oh, among Neds? Yeah. Yeah, poppycock. I've certainly never heard of such a thing. And I mean, you know, even if there was such a case, I mean, I'm sure that the homosexual Ned in question would lead a very, very, very lonely life.
I usually speak like this. This is my natural voice.
When I'm with my mates, gotta speak like this, because otherwise they'll hit me hard. I've seen them do it to other folk, and it's near British side.
So I just avoid speaking like this at all costs around my friends and my family, especially my father. He really wants me to settle down with a 12-year-old girl.
How have you coped with hiding your gayness?
It has been very, very difficult. I've had to run around the street corner just to speak to myself this way, just so I can get my fix, so to speak.
Speaking like this is really difficult for me sometimes. Again, I'm like, just out with my mates for about 8 hours a day. Football, chips, gun, breaking into shops and all.
They're like nicking TVs and the like, and just the dust in those places, terrible. So I often just sneak away and dust the wee TV down before we steal it. I have to use
words like chips, girls, tits, football, fuck's it, you fucking cunt, cars, doing a bully, getting for light, going he smokes, fucking poof.
Things like that.
That music, that's Picasso, eh?
What's your name? Jordan?
In Glasgow, we searched for Neds. This is what we found.
What are your ambitions?
Heart surgery.
What are your ambitions? Model.
I want to be a doctor. Dentistry.
What are your hobbies?
Sports, football, boxing. Oh, contact sports really, you know what I mean?
What are your hobbies?
Football. 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 Football.
Smoking dog. Football. What are your hobbies?
Golf. Tennis, swimming. Golf and tennis.
Are you religious at all?
I'm Catholic, Roman.
Do you go to chapel?
I used to go a lot, but I've stopped now, so I can't really say I'm Roman, no, but I'm Catholic.
Okay. Are you Protestant?
Sure am.
Do you go to church?
No.
Okay. Do you? Sorry.
Only when I'm you.
Do you follow politics or current affairs at all? No. Do you all follow politics and current affairs?
I love watching BBC Parliament. Yeah. It's great.
What would you like to see happen in the next general election?
I want Gordon Brown to be Prime Minister.
What would you do for £1 million?
A lot of things.
What would you do for £1 million?
Spend it.
What would you do to get it?
Suck a man's knob. The worst thing I'd do for £1 million.
Would you kill a granny?
I'd kill my own granny for £1 million.
What would you do for £1 million?
Anything, man.
What would you do for £1 million? Would you kill a granny?
Anything you want.
And if you could have one thing in the world, what would it be?
Independent. Scotland to be independent. A Republican again. Freedom!
If you could have one thing in the world, what would it be?
You.
If you could have one thing in the world, what would it be?
I don't think that's for the camera. If I could have anything in the world, happiness.
A penis, happiness?
Yes, happiness.
That's great. Okay, thanks very much. You can go get your buses now. Thank you.
When you talk about Ned love, you have to consider it in different terms from when you talk about normal human love. I mean, Neds don't experience the kind of emotional connection that, you know, you or I might share together. They operate on an entirely different level. They go from the far more primal instinct of just filthy rutting, and you know, they often retire to their Ford Escorts. In some ways, the Ford Escort has become a kind of substitute for the lady's chamber of old romanticism. The idea the lady goes into a chamber and is deflowered by the night is now sort of put upon the Ford Escort, where the Ned cow is sort of deflowered or porked, if you will, by the Ned Bull. And after several months, maybe 9, a little Ned puppy pops out, maybe 2 sometimes.
It's like, Kev's never bought me anything, but he gave me the gift of life. Aye.
Shut the fuck up.
What's his name?
His name's Robbie. Robbie William. After Robbie Williams. Like, I have this all through. Kev!
What?
Baby!
You giving the baby a fucking fug?
Doctor says no for the baby!
Doctor no shit.
Fucking hell. You just think, go to college, you think you fucking know everything, eh, Kev? Jesus. Anyway, like, we used to go out for drives in this car. It's an Escort. It's this car. It's got a lot of special memories for me, because that's where we first made love. It's got a 6 CD changer, and he put on like all my favourites, like Craig David and like Tom and Kitten, and I like that one. It's pretty special. And Angels as well, because of Robbie.
Did you want a baby?
I suppose. All my mates had them, like.
I didn't want a fucking baby.
Aye, well, you fucking got one, alright. It's not your first.
Well, I guess my fucking baby.
It's your baby, Kev. You saw the blood. My mate's pretty important to me, like, well, you know,
fucking
but all
stink.
Kev, it's natural. Have you done a wee poo? Like, you little bastard. At school, like, my favourite subject is art, because I get to be creative.
You shut the fuck up.
Kev, he's always doing that. He's always playing with him. He's not a doll.
Wasn't he fucking playing with him?
Sometimes he can be really nice, pretty tender, like. Sometimes he's just drunk.
In order to gain an insight into the world of the Ned, we set up an exciting social experiment. Placing an ad in a local newspaper, we recruited 3 willing participants. The plan was simple: to manufacture Neds. Andy is a reformed Ned, who now chooses to spend his time reading books and counselling ginger children. He has kindly volunteered to aid us in our quest.
Yep, looking forward to training these guys. It'll be a hard job, but yeah, it should be fine. 6 weeks, so I hope we can get the job done.
And so his little wand was waved. But it wasn't all plain sailing.
Okay, chaps. Right, voice coaching. Kick the fuck out of our body.
Kick the fuck out our body.
Kick the fuck out our body. Our body. Our body.
Kick the fuck out of our
Kick the fuck
our
out
body.
our body. Our body.
Aberdeen.
Come on, yes.
Aberdeen.
Kick the fuck out our body. Kick the fuck out our body. Kick the fuck out our body.
That's good.
Yeah, it feels good.
He's finally getting there, isn't he? So, how much do you think's left in the training? Are we going to go take them outside for a field exercise today?
I think as soon as they've lamped somebody's face in, I think the training will be complete.
Are they ready for the outside world, do you think?
I think so, yes.
How do you boys feel about going outside today?
Fucking pretty chipper, like.
Aye, man. You know I can, like, no.
Okay,
So the 6 weeks of intensive training really paid off then, yeah?
Cunt! Yeah, I think so.
Fucking
Them boys,
fuck out our body. Fuck out our body.
They just start walking out the door.
Fuck off, you mind? Fuck off, mine.
Fly, my pretties.
How are you finding being an Ed at the moment? I mean,
it's pretty hard, like suppressing all like intellectual, impulses, but doing all right. You know, seem to be kind of getting the hang of the walk and how to talk, and generally being dicks, but yeah, it's all right.
The doctor said I should really stop drinking in the Belfast because of the ulcer, but I've given a lot of time to this, and I'm just going to go through with it. it's going to be worth it at the end.
I've really found a problem getting used to people's reactions and perceptions of a Ned. The looks that you get, the sneers, it's really, I find it difficult to try and blot that out and just carry on being mindless. It's a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. When you are immersed in the world of the Ned, it doesn't matter about the outside world, because you are a Ned.
Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We go wherever we want to, do what we like to do. We don't have time to get restless, there's always something new. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We're just trying to be friendly, come and watch us sing and play. We're the young generation, and we've got something to say. Oh. Anytime or anywhere, just look over your shoulder, guess who'll be standing there? Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down.
Can you tell me what happened there?
Yeah. Down a few streets down, took it too far, took the whole thing too far, punched the ground in the face.
Come on! Spent 90, man. 90 in a wheelchair.
Knocked him right over. Fucking wheelchair over.
Come on! Look at him, he thinks he's some kind of big man.
It's not.
Okay,
it's
that's
not,
a fucking rush.
It's one the experiment was about. It's
a fucking rush.
Projects.
Come on, you fucking booze.
It's all gone. It's all gone wrong.
Come on, calm down.
No! Fucking bat, you fucking poof!
Man, come on, Ben!
Bat! Poof!
Look, come on, man.
Fucking cut!
Leave him in there.
BAM!
No way. We didn't sign up for this. This is.
Come on!
You should have had some kind of screening.
Did you not check out the psychological profiles before we signed up to it?
Squiggle, come on!
We always knew this could happen, but you know, it was always a
It's
risk.
irresponsible. It's just too much. It's too much. I went off this project. I went off it.
Come on!
So what does the future hold for Neds as a species? Evolution? Extinction?
Well, these terms aren't really applicable when referring to the Ned. I mean, we as a species are constantly striving to evolve and to better ourselves, whilst at the same time pondering our own mortality, quoting Shakespeare, to be or not to be. Whereas a Ned just is.